We are talking with Scott Kellen from SixCentSports.com, SBR contributor John Ryan from JohnRyanSports.com, and NFL professional handicapper Vanessa Walsh, previewing Week 8 in the NFL here on the SBR TV NFL Experts Roundtable. Vanessa, let's get to the second game you want to talk about. The first game I agreed with you on, and it looked like a pretty decent line to me. This one is a little bit tougher, though. You like the Vikings and the Panthers game. That's Christian Ponder against Cam Newton. Both teams, of course, coming off of nice covers. The Panthers are about a standard 3.5-point home favorite. I'm not sure how I would play this game. I probably am going to stay way, way off it. What side do you like here?
I like the Panthers. Only thing that concerns me is that half a point, but
Right.
The Panthers have the better rookie quarterback, in my opinion, just because he's proved himself. Cam Newton is amazing, 6'5", 240 pounds.
Yeah.
He's hard to take down. He's accurate. He's athletic. He's all those great, wonderful, fluffy things you could say about an awesome quarterback. So we got to watch Christian Ponder era begin last week as Donovan McNabb was benched. And Ponder did pretty good, and he did much better than what I expected in his first NFL start against the Packers. He kept that contest pretty close.
He did real good.
Yeah, it was concerning a bit. That aspect makes me a bit worried that he could hold his own with the best team in the league right now.
Oh, yeah.
But the Panthers, they captured a big win at home last week against the Redskins, which is a great team, tough team to play. That score was 33-20 to reach their second win on the season. Carolina captured 2 wins for the entire 2010 season, so that shows that there is hope for this season, and they're improving with the new head coach, Ron Rivera. One thing that is certain is that we're all having a great time rooting for rookie quarterback Cam Newton. And
sort of.
Although he has the second most interceptions out of any quarterback in the NFL, which is 9, and he single-handedly restored the Panthers' passing offense.
That is true.
So that's who I'm going to stick with, the Panthers and Cam Newton.
All right, well, I'm sold. I am sold. Scott Kellen, you want to talk me off of Panthers minus 3.5?
If it stays at 3.5, yeah, possibly. I think the line matters in terms of which way I lean here. I make the game anywhere from 3.5 to 4 points in terms of favored, Carolina being favored. But I've got situations that, depending on where this line lands, would apply to either team. So if the line stays or it goes down to the last thing, Carolina's going to apply to a home momentum situation that's pretty good. If the line stays at 3.5 or is higher, the Vikings are going to apply to that same rushing situation that Dallas applied to. It's 3-0 this year, and it's now 161, 86, and 8. Going back to 1983. So I think the line matters here. The Vikings obviously have a much, much better defense than Carolina here,
right.
But the Carolina offense is certainly superior to what the Vikings have put on the field. Although, Christian Ponder last week actually brings this offense to life a little bit. And, the Packers defense has probably played about as bad as Carolina is playing as well. So I would expect, although on the road, the Vikings should be able to do some things similar to what they did last week. Question is, can they hold Carolina down enough to get the win, or at least to cover in this game? If the line stays 3.5 or more, I'm going to lean towards Minnesota. If the line's 3 or less, I would lean towards Carolina.
All right, John Ryan, what's your take on this line? I'm still conflicted on it.
Well, I'm not real enthusiastic on the game, but I can tell you one thing that happened last week is the Minnesota Vikings became a team. As you know, and many people read the thread during the week, I had a 5-star play on Minnesota. It worked out. But at one point in the game, it wasn't working out, and that was the beginning of the third quarter when the Packers came out and just took control of the line of scrimmage, scored 2 quick touchdowns, and Minnesota could have just rolled over and died. However, the direct opposite happened. Ponder gets the ball, drives down the field, and then all of a sudden that ignited the defense. And as Scott mentioned, and Vanessa, the Vikings defense is a reckoning force. When they have reason to play, they're one of the best units in the NFL, if not just the NFC. One concern I do have that prevents me from backing Minnesota in this game is the status of Adrian Peterson. I think that rolled ankle or whatever that situation was where he got injured is a lot worse than what it looked and a lot worse than what it was after the game. He is listed as probable, but I have a lean here towards Minnesota.